Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have brought for you another story of an European sister who accepted Islam. She made some online friendships with Muslim girls, and through them she first learned about Islam, then accepted it. Since this girl came from a Christian background, and Christianity shares about 90% of the same beliefs and concepts with Islam, like believe in God, in angels, in prophets, in heaven and hell, and in the revealed books. All of these things are nearly 90% same in the both religions. That's why it wasn't too difficult for her to understand Islam and to accept it. So let's listen to all the details directly from Sister Amina how she came to Islam. But before we move further into the video, I request you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so you can keep watching more videos like this. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum, la paz y las bendiciones sean con todos ustedes. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. El día de hoy, mi intención no es ofender a nadie ni hacer menos a otras creencias.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Inshallah, you are all doing well. Welcome back once again to my channel. For those who are new here, let me tell you, I'm a reverted Muslimah. I'm originally from Mexico, but I have been living here in Turkey for a few years now. Through my YouTube channel, I try to spread awareness about Islam to Spanish-speaking people, and I hope that through this effort, maybe someone finds guidance toward Islam. Viewers, today's video is about my journey to Islam, and today I will share with you my short story of why and how I accepted Islam. But before we go further, let me say, the purpose of making this video is not to offend anyone or to put down another's faith. I just want to share why I became interested in Islam and what it was that caught my attention. About my early life, I want to say that I was raised in a Catholic family. I had my baptism, my first communion ceremony, and when I was older I did my confirmation. Basically, everything that is part of a Catholic traditions I did. Yes, when I was a little girl, I was quite attached to my religion. I used to go to Mass, which is a Catholic church service, and if you know about quinceañeras, a religious ceremony at the age of 15, well, for those occasions too, we would go to church, so I used to attend such religious events at church. But as I grew older, I became distant from religion. When I got older, I stopped going to church, and I stopped practicing religion. By telling all this, what I mean is, when I came to know about Islam, I wasn't looking for a new religion, not at all. It wasn't in my mind that I needed to adopt a new faith. Everything started just out of curiosity, and slowly my interest in Islam began to grow. Those of you who have been following my channel for a while already know, because I have mentioned this many times, that I first came across Muslims on the internet and I was studying English online. My online teacher was a Muslim girl, and many of the fellow students were also Muslims. So there were certain things there that caught my attention. For example, they would take a break during class to go prayer. They would always ask for time, even in the middle of a conversation, saying, "Okay, give me 5 minutes, I will be back, I'm going to pray." And these were all young people of my own age. I realized that Islam for them was not just a religion, but a way of life. Islam is a complete way of life. That was very surprising for me because for me, religion was always something separate from my daily life, completely apart. I never mixed the two, so it was strange and interesting to me that they did. And they always had expressions like, Inshallah, this will happen, or Alhamdulillah, this happened. Their lips always carried the name of Allah. I was surprised because these were people of my age, or even younger, and I thought, who at such a young age pays so much attention to God? That was the first thing. The second thing was their strong sense of community, of brotherhood, of helping one another. This was very impactful for me because they always called each other brother or sister. That really got my attention too, and I found it beautiful. I thought, wow, you have a family, right? You feel like you belong to a family, an international family. Whenever you go in the world, you have brothers and sisters who say, I will help you. What do you need? That was very important to me. Because of that, I started asking more questions. I remember the first question I asked was, do Muslims believe in Jesus? Because in Catholicism, Jesus is considered the Son of God. That's how it starts, with the Trinity and all that. So that was my question. And they told me, yes, we believe in Jesus. In fact, you cannot be a Muslim without respecting and honoring Jesus. So I thought, then Islam is not so different from my religion. Then I asked more questions. Do they believe in angels? Do they believe in Mary, the Maryam? And to all my questions they said yes. So I said, then what's the difference? Islam seems very similar to Christianity. Then I started to learn more. I began comparing the Bible with the Quran, and I started noticing the differences. And I said to myself, I already believe in God. I already believe in the angels, in the day of judgment, and in a revealed book, the Bible. I already believe in all that. And these are the basic principles in Islam. You must believe in them to be a Muslim. Then I asked myself, what else am I missing? And so I continued. Like I mentioned earlier, this went on for about a year. At one point I thought, I respect everyone's beliefs. Every person has the right to follow whatever they want and to believe whatever they want. I respect the religion of Muslims, but I will remain Christian. But slowly, my mind started to think differently. The logic that settled in my heart was, there is only one God, the one who created all of us, and only He deserves to be worshipped. I started learning more towards Islam's belief in the oneness of God instead of Christianity's concepts of the Trinity, because in Catholicism, there is always an intermediary. For example, Jesus or the priest or some saints. You always ask through someone else in order to reach God. But in Islam, that's not the case. Here, everything is direct, and to me that seemed much more logical. For Muslims, it's a direct relationship with your Creator. You know that the only one who can judge us is God and no one else. That also appealed to me a lot, that the relationship is direct. And we Muslims believe that Allah guides whoever He wills. So I feel blessed because I wasn't even searching for Islam, yet here I am Muslim, truly. This is Allah's special blessing upon me, Alhamdulillah. So basically, the rest of Islam was already there in the teachings of the Bible. The main difference was the concept of Tawheed, oneness of God and Trinity. And it was because of this Tawheed that I accepted Islam. I recited the testimony of faith, the Shahada, online with my English teacher, and that's how I accepted Islam. Honestly, after that, my life completely changed. Yes, I had to go through many tests, and I'm still going through them. I don't consider myself a very religious person. though I am moving in that direction now, especially in terms of dress. When people see me dressed like this, they think I'm very religious, but in reality, it depends on your dedication, your knowledge, and how you want to practice religion. One of the most common questions my viewers ask me is, why do you wear hijab? Many women who are born Muslims don't wear it, so why do I strictly follow it? I want to say that I have always been the type of people who thinks either do something properly or don't do it at all. So if God commands me to be modest, to behave in a certain way, then why not? That's why I decided to wear hijab and dress modestly. Nobody forced me, I want to make that clear. It was my own decision. And then some people asked me in the comments, they noticed in my videos that some women here cover in a certain way, while others don't cover at all. They dress normally. Like I mentioned earlier, in Islam your relationship is directly with God. So I don't wear hijab. Who will judge me? Only God. And if I do wear hijab, it's still only God. That's why here you will see many people who don't wear hijab, many who wear hijab and even cover their face, though covering the face is not obligatory. It depends on how close your relationship with God is. And then there are others who cover in different ways, maybe letting some hair show, or wearing it differently. It all depends on each individual, on how obedient she wants to be to God. I always give the example of nuns. Their clothing is very simple and modest because they are devoted to God and want to please Him. For us, dressing like this has the same meaning. And just because you see me dressed this way doesn't mean I'm perfect or extremely religious. No, I'm just a normal human being, imperfect. I make mistakes, I fall, I get back up, and I keep asking forgiveness from God for many shortcomings. Dressing like this doesn't guarantee anything. It doesn't mean I am more pious. It also doesn't mean that I'm better than women who don't cover. So that's all I wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope I don't offend anyone. And if I did, please forgive me. It wasn't my intention. I also hope you didn't get bored, but I know many people had these questions because I saw them in some comments. So I hope you are all doing well. I will see you next time. Take care and thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum.